So I opened up to Lisa's work in 2016. And, that whole when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But it really became enough of the trying to fix, like knowing there was nothing wrong with me. Everything seemed overcomplicated. And yet, in my heart, I knew that healing was much simpler. For those who don't know me, I was diagnosed with advanced osteoporosis in my mid to late 20s, but that was just like a symptom of really disowning who I was in my truth. Again, it was letting my level of sensitivity and intuitiveness and awareness, like giving my power outside of me. And I was in those outer layers, like Lisa draws in her drawings, where it's like you're still trying to fix from like the separation. And I knew, and truth, it feels different in your body. It resonates, it lights you up, you feel like a kid again. And that is what magnetized me to Lisa's work. And I always say, like, the power of it when you no longer need that teacher anymore. And there's really nothing more that you can ask for, but that, like, you have the tools within you. And it's a process, and it's constantly evolving because you're evolving, right? It's like the more you step into your authenticity, into your true healing, like reuniting with who you really are, there are deeper layers that need to be shed. And for me, like, that included like a reflection of my hair shedding and not making that wrong, and not making things in your life that are like dissolving, that were like tied to that old ego identity. As they shed, as you come more into alignment, they're gonna go. And not making it wrong. And if you continue to use the practices and stay in presence, that transformation, I mean, it's priceless. Like, always knowing that you have the answers within you. And I think we all know that deep down. Like, looking for the answers outside of ourselves feeds the illness, the disease, the victim story. And I'm there. I mean, like, I've had every sort of symptom, and nobody could fix me, right? And to be able to actually feel it in your body, like you being able to shift your consciousness and watching those symptoms dissolve, I mean, that's like the miracle. That's the healing, really is like in our self identity. Like, that there's a paradox in everything, right? It's like the awareness and that level of being so like the ability to see and absorb everything outside of me was kind of at the center of what got me sick. And at the same time, that's my healing and my remedy, right? To bring the focus and the attention back to my truth, my center, like, what is my truth versus this world of like separation and lack, and not making it wrong that I am so highly aware and energetically sensitive, but just coming back to, but is that my truth? Like, what am I feeling in my body? So, like you say, like the healing cure, like we are the remedy, like we are the answer to the prayer, but it's like a choice. Like, are we going to choose to see, like, from that lens of separation fear, like continue to feed our victim stories, or are we going to bring it back to what we know to be true? And I really believe we share that similarity of that stillness calls us deeply, but we don't have like this structured meditation, right? Like, I spent a lot of time in like writing my own lyrics and rhymes, and that's what had like naturally called to me, just like the ocean, like that's a natural calling to me. So my RX isn't going to be somebody else's RX, like I say, like it's what connects us to our direct experience of that quiet. Yeah. that whole point of viewing, I really, for somebody who tried to escape her body for so long, anchoring back into my body. So when I'm feeling like I'm not present, like presence, awareness, it's the awareness, then I check into my body, and then it's like the conscious choice or the shift. So if we really, the more we cultivate this relationship with our own self, like that's what I'm constantly doing is cultivating the relationship with myself. And like, how do I know? Like bringing the awareness to my body. And if it feels like light or uplifted or inspiring, you know when it resonates. And if it feels heavy or like I'm forcing or buying into, again, these ideas of separation or you're never going to be healed or that's not possible or your needs aren't going to be met, that is not my truth. Those are the ideas that I was buying into since I was a little kid that created that cascade that led to the osteoporosis. For me, when I'm listening to music, I'm actually in stillness because I'm like linked to a beat, a rhythm. And um, I believe for me that our essence has like a flow and ebb and yeah, it's when we're in like these guilting and shaming ideas, it's like, okay, let's bring it back to stillness. And then I feel the rhythm of our oneness. It's and it becomes so much simpler. Like Lisa really breaks that down. So having the direct experience is everything. And the more we practice that, the more we come back in sync with it. This idea of your whole seems kind of out there, but you are. You're whole and you're seen and you're heard. Often, like in sickness, we feel like we're in isolation and even being part of this community, like seeing your own wholeness in that. So coming back to bringing back all those parts of us that we've abandoned and being in a safe space where you can share, like really expressing, and your answers come in that process. 'Cause there's really nothing to do and everything to be. It's like putting that light in the lighthouse, right? Giving yourself permission, like giving yourself permission to not know and to just be in like that presence of consciousness. Like you don't have to do anything. And really like I want people to know that you are not alone and that no two illnesses look the same, no two symptoms, right? And no two healings, and that this space is here for you. And we've all walked that, and we're never alone, and we are whole. We don't need to hold on. I say this like with the H, but WHO, like hold on. And Lisa's that anchor in like such an authentic and simplistic way. Don't hold back, like be you, jump in, like really be a part of the community and share yourself, your gifts, your healing is part of like the collective healing. And I believe that the more authentic we can all be, we can contribute to each of our, give ourselves permission to fully be seen.